Beautiful South Chicago. This is the official South Chicago neighborhood. A lot of people think the whole South Side is called South Chicago, but it's actually a specific neighborhood around 79th Street, and a little bit to the west of South Shore. And yeah, South Chicago. Further down this street is the Regal Theater, historic Regal Theater. We'll maybe get a shot of that in a minute. I can't understand why any black people want to be liberals or leftists or communists. It's white people shit, okay? Can you name me one black author or thinker who created one of these communist ideas? Oh wait, now there have been people later on that have fallen in line with the white socialists and copied them, but none of these originate from any non-European culture. And honestly, I've never had a negative experience with a leftist that wasn't white. I've met very few leftists that are not white. Most black people believe in God, so therefore that kind of removes them from most of the socialist programming. Although some of them may believe in some small elements of it, but they're not out and out socialists or communists like these white people. I'm not joking, or I'm not being facetious. These ideas, these left-wing thoughts, these concepts originate in Europe. Now, obviously, Marx was ethnically a Jew, but he was also essentially an anti-Semite. He didn't want to identify himself as Jewish. He thought Judaism was bullshit, and he generally hated Jews, other than himself. So, yeah. I mean, I'm not joking, or I'm not being facetious. These ideas, these left-wing thoughts, these concepts originate in Europe. Now, obviously, Marx was ethnically a Jew, but he was also essentially an anti-Semite. He didn't want to identify himself as Jewish. He thought Judaism was bullshit, and he generally hated Jews, other than himself. So, yeah. Honestly, that's why I always find it very bizarre when I find people who claim to be anti-communist and then they try to throw in European racism with it. Well, why then? Why are you doing this? Why would you throw in socialist ideas into the middle of your mix where you're trying to say you're anti-communist? So you're just only anti the part where it doesn't exactly work for you, but you like most of it? Or if you don't know what I'm talking about, race-based politics is the socialist platform. Not just National Socialist Nazis, but also international socialists and communists. If you are not familiar with this, look up a piece by Vladimir Lenin known as The National Question. He discusses causing racial divisions, racial blocks, basically voting blocks, to destabilize non-communist countries and basically flip them over into communism. So if you're promoting racial separation, if you're promoting racism in general, you're working for the communist cause. On this one, I really usually don't care about comments, honestly, because I'm just usually trying to be like educational. But in this, I would actually like some comments back with anybody who can name me a socialist doctrine that was created by somebody black. Not copied, but like, you know how Mussolini wrote the Doctrine of Fascism and Marx wrote the Communist Manifesto and so forth. Is there any major socialist or left-wing thought piece that was composed by a black author? I don't think there is. And I'm not going to bother to go on AI and figure that out. Do you know of any? Are you familiar with this? Tell me in the comments if you know of any socialist/communist concept that was created by a black thinker.